day, my dear Ariel. Oh my goodness, I'm such an awkward person, and every time I have to like navigate equipment and stuff, I am reminded. And I also just got reminded, like, dang, that oil that I've been using to make my eyelashes grow, it really, really works. Now, I butchered my eyebrows so bad when I was in high school and throughout my earlier life that they struggling to grow back in. But you can see it's coming together, which is the theme of your reading today. Hi, everything is coming together, despite what it may look like. So, I've been listening to Soulmate since my last reading that I did, and I just don't want to cut it off. Like, it feels so calming and it's cool. So I'm actually going to use that during this one. But it just feels like an indicator for like all the readings that I'm going to be doing today. I have the good fortune of being in the city this weekend. I guess as a way to just enjoy life in a different way. I've been going with where the universe is taking me, and it's been surprising me. Like, I'm being courted by like everything. So I'm staying in a freaking condo downtown, and I'm getting some of my work done as a digital remote worker. And when I went to go tap into your energy down here, I got a different kind of spread I haven't done for anybody for the soulmate thing that I'm doing for you, right? So today I'm going to tell you who, what, where, and this is past life, right? When, and my timing deck, and then why. And I was instructed to tell you to let the universe surprise you with the how. You've been trying to think through all the scenarios and possibilities, possibly in a way for you to connect them to the manifestation or the energy of the connection it will have in the future, like that joy of, I found my person, but none of the scenarios that you have in your mind are right. The same way that I was surprised with this spread, like just popping in is what I needed to do, is the way that the universe wants to return your energy to you. I'm getting. Maybe you have been a surprise blessing to many, many people before. Like maybe you didn't even know that you were a surprise to people, or a blessing. But it's like all of that energy that you put out there just being who you felt like you needed to be in life will be coming back to you, but in the surprise of everything that is coming for your new life, including the person that you will be spending the remainder of your time on this planet here with. So, let's get started. I keep looking over here like, okay, hold on, you might. Nah, I thought for once you could see the cards in the frame. Nah, you can see them if I had them back here. One day, I am going to be able to film videos. Like, this is me manifesting, right? And my screen is going to be big enough that I can show like a little pip over here with my cards down below as my face is doing my own thing here, like, calm me down. Like, that might not be a good idea to do like that full on, but just sometimes for shits and giggles, because I know I'm evolving too. My brand is evolving. And one of my biggest goals was to be able to do what I do now here without the cards. I want to be able to just rattle this stuff off, and I am approaching that point. As you can see, I can tell you a lot of stuff before we even get into the cards. And then when I do rattle the stuff off, it comes up through the cards. I think I'm probably just missing that little piece of confidence. That's what I'm not going to say missing. I am building. Okay? We are building, ma'am, into a new timeline that looks nothing like the one you're currently in, actually. The life that you're about to have is so different from the one that you already have that you can't even connect dots the way that you usually do is what I'm getting. And I think you're reflecting something from me too. Like, this is cool. Don't be sending me like cold messages through my clients. It is me talking to the system, right? So you piece things together based on pattern recognition, like the way that you see stuff come through. That's like your Ariel gift, right? God don't work in logic and this is a possibility, or you take A plus B and A equals C. No, God gives you A plus B equals the whole alphabet, because it's the thing that is like the master code. It throws away everything in the system. That source code, it can type whatever it wants in there. It's not even a hack. This is the creator, not somebody manipulating or changing or learning how to work the system like us little manifestors down here. No, that's why we're called co-creators, but we are not the creator. And the creator is telling you that you are going to get something that is so different from what you have right now that you won't be able to even piece like, okay, I live here now. I'll probably get the upgrade next. This is the type of guy I usually date. If there was an evolution of him, it would be like A, B, C, and D, right? That won't work where you're going because it's all new everything. All the stuff from before was based on a pattern. The stuff that is coming for you is coming from, and I guess it's funny that this is over here, free play mode, unicorn status. So if you decide, I don't want this job, this house sucks, I don't even know if I like these friends no more, like all of that, next thing you know, you're going to be with a crew, whole timeline of everything that matches the new you, the one that you have developed over time while you were in this situation. So you might be in a situation right now that still reflects you as holistic, happy to be at peace, not in survival mode type you, right? Like you're happy with your apartment, you're happy with your home, you're happy with your stuff, you don't want to move it, everything is stable because you have known times where there wasn't stability, right? So the next step up for you in your mind is like, okay, a nice little house long term, right? When the next step for you is like, this is me being dramatic, I don't know what God got in store for you because in an interesting plot twist, God don't want you to know the how. He wants the surprise is the theme of this, right? It could be a mansion. My mind said it could be a ranch. You could be happy in your apartment with your animals and think, hey, I just need a space with like, a little garden, just, a little bit more room than what I have. And you're getting a whole farm. That's how mind-blowing. And that's the only term I can think of, mind-blowing. Don't stop God from working. It's like the message I'm getting. Don't let the creations of your mind that's like this stop you from receiving from a mind that's like this. So, flow. Let's find out about this soulmate, because we done been 7 minutes in and everything that just poured through was just letting you know that this soulmate is only like the cherry on top of everything else that you're about to get. And you needed to know that everything that you're feeling, everything that you're seeing is the energy behind that which is like, you know how at the end of a video game board, everything falls away and then you have to wait at the loading screen while everything builds back up so that you can play the next level? You are at the loading screen is what I'm getting. You're at a GTA cutscene. I hope you know what that means, but you're at the storyline thing in between. Like why, the basis for why everything else is about to happen for you is now the story going across the screen. Like lately, things at FEMA have been looking pretty fishy. Ariel isn't feeling too confident with his job. So, what does Ariel need to know? Oh, hold on. Let me do this. Tell me about Ariel's upcoming soulmate and life partner. Funny enough, the word marriage was like requested in my head. Please don't use the term marriage. This is bigger than the construct of marriage. Everything about this is expansion. Soulmate and life partner. Very, very interesting off top. So, you need to know that this is somebody that could already be a friend. Hold on, let me feel that one out. They will be a friend. And I can't tell you if it's somebody that's already a friend or somebody that will be a friend, because that's a part of the how. Okay. But it's a friend. Know that. I started hearing the Toy Story "You've Got a Friend in Me" song. Let me know if that's significant to you. But somebody who likes pets too. And the words down the bottom: keeper of trust, companion, support, and sharing joy. I kept feeling that soulmate life partner because it really felt like somebody who is going to walk through life with you as y'all enjoy things. That companion thing and sharing joy is what I felt come through in that moment. Like you have your own thing going on, and they have their own thing going on, and you both cheerlead each other in your own courts, and then y'all have y'all little bit of common stuff together, which is pretty much the animals. And food feels important. Are you a secret foodie? It's like you guys get off, like it's a sort of game together, or finding different restaurants to like inspire each other. Or even going to those restaurants and seeing if you can recreate the recipes back home. It feels like there's some sort of game around food that you guys will have together. So, can I get some more information on the person who is Ariel's soulmate and life partner? We're still in the who, by the way. Chivalrous. Oh my goodness. So, lately everything has been like so pinpoint clear. I guess over time, the more that you clean out your auric field through shadow work and like actual frequency work and cleansing, the less static that there is in your frequency, and it makes your readings clearer too. Because lately, it doesn't matter what deck I pull from, my answers have been like irrefutable. Like the accuracy and pinpointedness of it in night, which just came through, right? This is a chivalrous dude. Like old school, open your doors. Like one says, loyalty, romance, and chivalry. A love of honor. I'm picturing a dude that still like puts a part in his hair, like combs it when it's time for a date, or slicks his hair back in some way. Like that's not how he usually wears it, but when it comes to a date, like he's putting on a cologne. But besides that, he's like a chill dude. The knight on this one says, keeper of honor, armor, battle, loyalty. So loyalty is the commonality between these two. And you won't have to chase him, because notice the knight is sort of like action. Won't be afraid to approach you. Sort of has his own gifts because he's been taking his own walk with Source. I'm getting. So something about you will stand out. And I can't say if this has already occurred or this is coming up. But just know the person was like magnetically or is magnetically. I had to be smart with my words. I know you're click. I know you're smart. You will click stuff together. Right? No. This is being kept under wraps so that you genuinely are overjoyed and feel the same joy that you give to other people. So I can't afford to slip and let you know, right? Ruin God's surprise. So this person was magnetically drawn to you beyond them, is what I'm getting. And that's how y'all became friends, or will become friends. But I don't want to say Casanova, because a Casanova is a romantic that does things with the intention of betting you. And will use those same techniques to bet other people just because they have formulated a persona for romance, right? This person is not that anymore. But guess what happens? Now that they are retired from being kind of smooth. I'm not going to say promiscuous or nothing. It's not like that. But a ladies person. They still have all the cool quirks that come along with somebody that has that experience. If you get what I'm saying. In a multitude of ways, right? Like this person will open doors. And I was going to say bring you flowers. But like, what I heard was he would never bring you flowers because those have been like cut from the ground. Those are dead. Life was taken from them in order to give it to you, and he doesn't feel like that aligns with who you are. He's the type of guy that would plant you a flower bush in the garden and like start growing it without you recognizing that he even planted it, so that when spring came around or something, you would be surprised, like, hold on, what is this bush? And it would be something that he had been working on for you for a while. He would rather give you a rose garden than to give you dead flowers. That's how smooth this individual is, man. Just know you and your panties are in trouble. So, next, after that, somebody who had a good relationship with their mother. And I'm saying had because I'm not sure if their mother is still around or with us anymore. So that might be important in the future. Has his own older children. Could be. But definitely in touch with his masculinity and his feminine side. And the emotions of female and how to process those. Emotionally mature is what I'm trying to say here. Adventurous. And then we got this again, which makes me feel like something about your pets might be important to this connection, or how y'all end up together, or how y'all met or will meet, right? Heart on his sleeve is what this one makes me feel like. And it says pioneer. This is somebody who's been doing things that haven't been done before. So maybe he has like a quirky job or something. But either way, he's not like anybody else, period. I don't want to say he's giving me sort of... He isn't giving me physical hippie, like Willie Nelson vibes. But his soul is giving me Willie Nelson vibes. I'm trying to like see what he dresses like, but for some reason that's not like, you gotta get to know him. You would never be able to tell from how he dressed or anything else is what I'm getting. So that's the who. Let's find out. What's the next one? Who? What? Like what are y'all doing together? That's what it was. I'm like, what? But what are y'all doing together? What is the mission together? Because sometimes the mission is just to love and be a reflection of love. But every combo that comes together has like a what? Like, what are y'all doing? And what is the what between Ariel and her soulmate life partner? I'm going to laugh first because it says, let it be, right? Trust universal wisdom. There's more to this situation than meets the eye. Set aside the need to know and to control the outcome. You may be surprised by what happens. I cannot make this up. Hold on. Focus thing. Focus, damn you. It's going to be backwards anyway. That's how much you're not even meant to see. You can't even see the card that says it's a surprise. Hang back and gather yourself resting, even briefly. Wow. Hold on. Take a breather. Pause is the card, right? Hang back and gather yourself. Resting, even briefly, will allow profound insights to arise and give you the energy you need to make it to the finish line. Gifts and talents. Okay. I get it. That first card was just like your guides and stuff being a smart ass just to mess with you, right? But the way that this connection comes together so blessedly and unexpectedly, and how perfect it ends up being for you, gives you the ability to rest. Like your faith, 1818 on the clock, your faith is renewed. Look, like this is one step and then this step. Like them coming into your life gives you the ability to pause and let stuff be. This is the person helping you to the finish line. But through discovering your new gifts and talents together. Y'all are going to bring different things out of each other. Like, this is attraction, right? And it says calling your soul allies. But then this is blessing. Like the way this all comes together. And that whole, when I was saying you cultivate each other, you cheerlead for each other. Y'all go to higher heights as a duo than you would have individually, just because you can only carry so much light as one. You can shine your full light, but that's still never going to compare to two suns versus one, right? That's just the law of energy. This person shines as bright as you do, and y'all shine brighter together because y'all pour into each other. The passion, and I keep like wanting to blush for you. I didn't know you were like this, Ariel. Because there's only one reason you would attract somebody who is frisky, for lack of a better word, like this. The attraction and the passion that you have between each other keeps the fire like y'all are constantly in an energy of flirtation. And because y'all are so happy with each other, Y'all have a lot of energy and time and effort that y'all will spend spreading that light on other people. And that is the what? Y'all will be igniting each other so that y'all can stay empowered in your missions better than you would have as individuals. Y'all are being each other's life mates for bigger missions. So it's like, hey, here's the best partner for you to do what you do. Y'all handle this together, and I'll see y'all at the end. That's the feeling there. So how do y'all know each other? What is this? The who, what, where? Where do y'all know each other from? That's what that is. Like how I pulled that together. Where do Ariel and her soulmate know each other from? Where do they know each other from? I do think I'm about to lose my voice. It feels very funny. That's so interesting. Egypt. The clouds stood out to me there. My mind said Alexandria, something about the Library of Alexandria. And look, y'all were feeding the homeless people. Alexandria, y'all were in the monastery. And it wasn't like he was a father and you were a sister. No, that wasn't even like the structure. And this is people who decided to give their life to this establishment or whatever the area of the city that is in charge of taking care of the homeless and like making sure that's under control. Like y'all work for the government, but it's not considered for the government because you volunteered your time. Like in exchange for a place to stay, your life was dedicated, and both of your lives were dedicated to helping other people together. Just a team with a common mission. And possibly, this is funny. God is funny. Y'all had lots of ideas about what would have made stuff more productive in what you were trying to do. In this life, there was a bit of pining, okay? Pining for you from him because his life was focused on duty. It does seem like there was some sort of vow that he made, right? You had not made the same vow. And that is sort of why this unrequited love came up. He could not return the love at that time, right? But y'all spent a lot of time together, like secretly dating, not actual dating, just saying y'all were coming up with plans for the growth of like better farming and finances that would go towards feeding people. This is like, if I don't even feel like I'm calling it the church at the time, but whatever place that y'all worked for, like y'all were on the committee of how can we make this better? How can we take the funds given by the state to care for the people under the guise of God and stuff to do better? Some of that will come back around this life. Because in this life, he has not made that vow. He did not make that vow, man. He's been making up for lost time for all the time that he did take that vow in other lives. So who, what, where did y'all know each other from? When? Is that the next one? I'm like, who, what, where, when? No how. You can't have the how. Why? Okay. Well, I had to remember what was the last one. Because it was very specific how this came to me. I'm like, I've never done this spread before, but your energy always inspires me. Different things come through with every person. Like we have a different synergy. And yours is always deeply coded, like it's meant to give you something to think on for a while. Something to ponder over, something to listen to multiple times and get a different understanding. Like I think my readings are meant to activate you the same way I'm activated to do certain things for you. So thanks for always being cool. When will she come into union with her soulmate partner in a romantic way? Let's see. I know you get mad sometimes asking questions to your guys and wanting to know stuff. Have faith. Divine timing is at play. I see a number 9 at the top. There is a guitar in the background. There's a moon. There's some leaves. Right? That's the only card I got to take. The other ones are mismatched messages. When the messages don't match or say the opposite thing, those are not cards that you're supposed to keep. You just needed the clue about the 9 and the guitar. Tricky, tricky. So, now I'm going to get to the why. Why this connection for both of you is actually what I'm getting. And this is just going to let me know about the vibe of the relationship, the feeling in the relationship, what this love feels like. Okay. Got it. Assignment received. So I'm throwing all my cards out here. I think that's symbolic too. Imagine getting in a relationship when you're like, I don't want to play no games. Can we just talk about everything at the beginning and just like really get to know each other? And then as you're sharing all your information together, y'all just realize like, wow, I really like this person. This person would be a cool friend. And then like the love grows over time. And it's not a trauma bond. It's a growth bond. Y'all fall in love working on what you're doing going forward, not what you have suffered from in the past. Like y'all will touch on that. Like, yeah, stuff happens, but look what we're doing now. So, can I get some cards on the energy of Ariel's connection with her soulmate? Long time. This is the why. Okay. Can I get some cards on the energy, the why, for the connection with Ariel and her soulmate? Y'all will absolutely live together, right? Like, liking each other so much that you cannot bear to be apart, that after a couple of months, y'all are just like, we know what this is. Can we just go ahead and live together? Now, like, this isn't like me. I don't usually do this. But can we do this? And it's all based on why. Why do y'all fall in love? I didn't understand what the why was. Why y'all for each other? Why this relationship? Why did y'all both need this? Because having somebody to ease your mind with all the stuff that you take on and all the thoughts that you have and all the energy that runs through you, you needed somebody that could hold that. And this person needed somebody to challenge them. I'm getting... but like a good challenge. Even sort of here. Like, look at the way that he's looking at her. Focus, damn you. Yet again. Like, look at the way he's looking at her. It's mystified. Like, for a person that thought they were too deep to get anybody, to get somebody that, like, makes them feel like, holy shit. Mesmerized. That's the word I'm getting there. Passionate. It comes up a lot. So let me just a little let me cover some nudity. Passionate. Like, you can get it anywhere. Like, finds you irresistible. Will find you anywhere and let you know that they find you irresistible. But the feeling is mutual. You want to be caught. So, synergy, right? And this one says, we could achieve so much more together than we would individually. Girl, I'm floored. God is amazing. This is not me. I'm just a container. I'm just Aisha. Whatever, like, this tapping in is amazing. So much more together, right? Vulnerability. I love how I can be myself around you. And I told you the thing that's different about this relationship is y'all just say, let's just put it all out on the table. Let me tell you my green flags and my red flags, and you decide. I don't have the time to peel back the layers trying to get to know somebody. Take me as I am, and if you don't like what this package is, but balance. Because you complement each other. And it says, I love how well we compliment each other and balance each other out. Like, that was pretty. But the other ones let me know. Y'all have been waiting for each other. Bottom line. Like, life was cool and all. But y'all were waiting for an opportunity to do this again. So, that was your soulmate reading. I'm so happy to deliver this to you. Have a good evening.